Hello, my name is William Bussey, and today I'm going to be talking about the famous person that I selected for our Speech 3 assignment. The famous person that I selected for this assignment is George Lucas. Now you might be wondering, who's George Lucas? George Lucas is somewhat of a famous movie director slash producer. He directed the likes of American Graffiti in 1973, THX 1138 in 1971, and just a little tiny franchise by the name of Star Wars. Now, he only directed 4 of the 6 movies before eventually selling Lucasfilm Ltd. to Disney in, I believe that was 2013, when he eventually sold that off to Disney. But he also helped make Indiana Jones with using his Industrial Light and Magic company, or his visual effects company that he created when making Star Wars, to make the space visual effects and like the lightsabers and all that type of fun, awesome stuff that comes in Star Wars that I also really love and have been a fan of since I was little. Now, going back into his early childhood, George Lucas was born May 14th of 1944 in Modesto, California, which, a little fun fact that I love is that me and him were both born on May 14th. So I think it's kind of cool that I get to share my birthday with someone that is famous for creating a franchise that millions of people love and watch on a daily basis like I do. Now, growing up, he had a fascination for cars and motor racing, which kind of led into him making his movie American Graffiti, which was like based upon his time living in Modesto, California, and wanting to race cars and all that type of stuff, and how he kind of grew up living in Modesto. Now, THX 1138, he kind of put that together as a short film with I believe it was the Fox producers, possibly, back in 1971, which eventually, it wasn't a very good grossing movie when first released, but eventually he remade it and it became a pretty good movie because he was able to expand on his shortened film of it. Now, a reason that I chose George Lucas as my famous person is that because of all of his setbacks and everything, from not having a very good first movie with THX 1138 in 1971, and going through that type of failure and being kind of almost a laughingstock in the movie franchise business, he never gave up and went and wrote the script for American Graffiti and was able to make it into probably one of the most underrated, highest grossing movies of all time, winning 5 Academy Awards for multiple different things, including Best Director. There was also Harrison Ford, who played Indiana Jones and Han Solo in Star Wars, that starred in American Graffiti, and that's kind of where Harrison Ford started to make his name in the movie world. Now, when American Graffiti finished, he called upon recent past history in the 1940s with World War II and all the war and the Germans, and kind of used that almost in a sense with the building blocks kind of to create and write Star Wars, originally titled that way up until the second release of the second movie, and then he went back and renamed it Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. He also went to a community college before making THX 1138, and eventually got the advice from one of his good friends to go to the film school at USC, and was able to make connections with high-named film producers and stuff like that in film school at USC, and kind of from there the rest is history. The only thing is that if it wasn't for him surviving his near fatal accident mere days before his high school graduation, none of this would have been possible. Star Wars would probably have never been made, and this franchise that he's built and this fan base that Star Wars has would have never taken off like it has. The two sources that I used was history.com and biography.com. Thank you for taking the time to listen today. Thank you.